Are we all Saints here? Not even Southampton are Saints. Get it? So, next question we have here, Nipun Sharma. What's up, Nipun? Whose trophy drought will come to an end first? Woo! Tottenham or the English national team? Great question you ask, young Padawan. Look, whose trophy drought would come end first, England or Tottenham? England won the World Cup when? Back in 1966. Have they won anything since then? Have they won the Euros? I don't think England have ever won the Euros. I don't think so. I'll have to do some things to verify this. You know what I'm saying? England national team, football team, national football team, right? We're going to check their honors. They won the World Cup. Have they won anything else? And then we're going to double check Tottenham because Tottenham haven't won a goddamn thing in a long time. So let's, and it's a drought. A drought could be 10 years, it could be 5 years. So it's a drought. So if we check the honors, England's football team honors, they have won the FIFA World Cup in 1966 and that's it. That's it. Only won the World Cup. So 1966, that's a 54-year drought. A 54-year drought. This is a great question, Nipun. Then if we if we check Tottenham Hotspur football team, and you go and you check their honors. Well, you know they have Mourinho at the club right now, and he wins things. So it seems as if the answer to this question is definitely Tottenham, unless Mourinho gets sacked next season, like early. So if you check the honors of the club, right? The honors. First Division Premier League title. Winners in 1950, 51 and 1960. Damn. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, but change gonna come. Look, it's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. They won the FA Cup, though, in 1990-91. So they have won things. So that's 30 years. They won the League Cup in 2007, 2008. So they have a 12-year gap between that drought. So 12 years, 54 years. I think it's Spurs. They have proven that they could win things, while the English team have proven that they can't. They placed third at the World Cup. They got knocked out of Euro 16 by Iceland, for God's sake. Remember that. So, answer to your question, Nipun, I had to do a bit of on-screen research, which is fine. You know, no pressure here. It's definitely Tottenham Hotspur. Their trophy drought would end before the England national team trophy drought does. We could see Tottenham picking up a Europa League next season, or a League Cup, or an FA Cup. Definitely. Josh Byrne, what's up, man? He asked, what system are you buying for the next generation? PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5. I'm a PlayStation guy. I had the PS3. I had the PS4 right now. And the PlayStation 5 is the system I'm going to buy for the next generation. I've never played Xbox. I can't remember ever playing Xbox in my life. I'm into PC games now. I'm playing the PC version of FIFA. So who knows? It could be PC. But Xbox or PlayStation, I'm going to say Xbox. What about you, Josh Byrne? What's your system? What system do you use? What's your preference? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anybody want to answer that? Let me know as well. Dave McDonald, do you think that England stand a chance at next year's Euros? Gotta clear my throat there. I do. I definitely do. I do. That's what they say when people get married. I do. And I'm married too. I do. England. They didn't do too bad in the Nations Cup. They didn't do too bad at all. Didn't do too bad. I think they got third, right? Third at the World Cup. Fourth at the World Cup. Fourth at the World Cup. I kept saying they got third at the World Cup. They placed fourth. I kept saying that. I don't know why. They placed fourth at the World Cup. They were beaten by Belgium. Yeah. So, look. Next year, they could win the Euros. They have a great team. They have a great team. Let me say that. They have some very, very good players in their team. Young, fast, talented, resolute, adept at what they're doing. Both in attack and defense. The likes of Sancho, Greenwood coming through. Rashford. Right back. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wan-Bissaka. They have guys like Declan Rice in the middle. Even you could put Ross Barkley's name. He's not doing too bad when he gets a chance. Mason Mount. I know people are going to be like, oh, he said Ross Barkley. Raheem Sterling. The team has some talent. It has some talent. Harry Kane. Tammy Abraham. We could even say Danny Ings if he have another great season. Dominic Calvert-Lewin if he has another great season. Not John Stones, not Jordan Pickford, but Nick Pope, Dean Henderson. These guys are coming through. Kyle Walker, I still think, should be given a chance, even as a center back or sometimes as a right back. Callum Hudson-Odoi, Joe Gomez. Look, the team, Ben Chilwell. The team is good. I think England stand a really good chance of winning the Euros next season, or at least finishing top 4. So that's my answer. We're not going to get too deep into it, but Southgate, he got a good thing going here. So don't fuck up, okay? You got a good thing going. Pardon my language. Next question. Mickelson Vital. And why you think of Atalanta and the Champions League? I made a whole video talking about that. Atalanta has been amazing. They were in the same group as City, Shakhtar, Dinamo. They didn't do well in their first 3 games, but they bounced back in their last 3. They beat Shakhtar, they beat Dinamo, they drew against City, qualified for the round of 16, smashed Valencia out of this park, out of the park. They're in the quarterfinals, where they face PSG, who may not have Mbappe. And I think Atalanta, they're currently second, I think, in Serie A. But they're going to be in the Champions League again next season. And I think for seasons to come, I think they have a great chance. But they would need to play out their skins. They would need to play their style of football, play fearless football, go out there and just do what they need to do. That's what I think they have to do. I don't think they should, go there and try to switch up their style, try to be overly defensive. Go out there and play your expansive style of football if you are going to, actually give yourself a chance. So I think Atalanta, everybody has a chance. They're in the last 8, so they have a nice path to the final as well. If they do get past PSG, I think Atalanta in the final. These are one-off games too, so you never know. You never know what they could do. Never know what the likes of Papu Gomez, the likes of Duvan, Luis Muriel, guys like Gosens, Malinovsky. Who else they got over there? Pasalic and co. are going to do under Pierre Gian Gasparini. I think that's his name. But Gasparini. But anyways, man, next question here. Ashvir Hemorrhage. Who will win next season's Premier League? Well, I already talked about that question. I already answered that question before. You guys are asking the same questions, which is fine. But who's going to win next season's Premier League? It's going to be one of City or Liverpool. I think City and Liverpool are light years ahead of the other clubs. Seriously, in terms of their performances on the field. I think it's going to be a City-Liverpool thing again next season. And I'm going to leave it right there. Ben Chilwell asks, what is your opinion on Chelsea's transfers? Do you think they can become EPL champions? That's what you're going to say? Next season or in 2 or 3 years' time? Of course, man. Chelsea are doing some really good business. Chelsea are doing some good business. Maybe not the greatest business. By bringing in Ziyech, that was good business. Bringing in Werner, that's good business. Chasing Havertz, good business, but I don't know if it's actually needed, to be honest. But the more stars you have in your team, that's better. The more you shine. But work on your defense, man. Work on your defense. They've been linked to Chilwell. They want a new left back. They don't have Lampard. He inherited Marcos Alonso and Emerson Palmieri. He don't want those guys, it seems. He wants a left back. And you need a new goalkeeper for sure. Kepa, most expensive goalkeeper in the world, has flopped, in my opinion. Caballero played the last game that Chelsea won there against Wolves. So, come on. Go figure. That's the direction they're going. They need a left back, center back for sure, goalkeeper. Wait, let me go back. Left back, goalkeeper, and they need a center back. They need a proper center back. Their defense is too inconsistent. They need somebody to go alongside who you want to choose. If you want to go alongside Rudiger or Zuma. But I don't rate Christensen very highly. Tomori, I think, is a squad player at most. He could prove us all wrong. But I think they need to go in for a proper centre back. Maybe Lampard don't feel like it, but I think so. Ben Chilwell could join Chelsea, or maybe another left back. But I don't see the need for Havertz, in my opinion. I don't. They might see the need for Havertz, but I don't see the need for Havertz. Willian could leave, so maybe that's a replacement too. So Ziyech, that's a replacement. Jorginho could leave, so who knows, man? Who knows? Maybe they do need Havertz, but I don't see the need if Jorginho stays. But let us move on. But to answer your question, you did elaborate. I think Chelsea will be title challengers next season. They could challenge. Could. I think it's going to be a Liverpool City thing. Chelsea could stick their nose in here and there. But the season after that, after these guys and Lampard get his act together, if he's still at the club, I think Chelsea could definitely be a force to be reckoned with. They've always been a force to be reckoned with. So, yeah. Melvin Boateng. Why would Manchester City get fined if they apparently did nothing? No one said Man City did nothing. They obviously got fined for a reason. They got fined for not complying with UEFA and their investigation. That was the reason that was stated. So they didn't get fined for nothing. They got fined for not complying. It's like you accuse me of doing something and I dodge and duck you. You know, like, yeah, leave me alone. And it cost money to do these things. So a fine was saying, listen, you failed to cooperate, we're going to fine you. You delayed the process. And I'm not saying that City didn't do anything. Next question. Mickelson Vital again. Why you ain't covering the Serie A? The reason why I'm not covering the Italian Serie A, Italian League, is because I can't cover the Serie A, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, Liga, La Liga, MLS, you name it, at the same time. It's just not feasible. I could do like a recap where I talk about the results in other leagues. Maybe that's something I'll do going forward. Maybe I'll do a recap. Maybe that's something I could actually look into, but that's more work. And I don't have the time. That's the thing. This Q&A I got to do because I had an epiphany while I was outside and I'm like, oh, I got to go do my Q&A. I have some time right now. But apart from that, I don't be feeling like doing things. Mental health is very important, and sometimes you don't want to force yourself and then you end up in this dark place. So I just didn't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't watch, I watch a series sometimes and I just don't feel a need to talk about it. Seriously. I don't. But the Premier League is good. Premier League is good enough for me. It's something, I could do a recap here and there of all the leagues. Good stories and stuff, yeah, but covering the Serie A, exclusively, I don't think it's going to happen. Sorry, bro. So, Mohammed Imran commented and he said, UEFA cheats. You see, people like to make themselves look stupid on the internet. UEFA cheats. You actually saying that UEFA are cheats. You were supposed to actually say Man City cheats. Let me help you. Everybody cheats. Believe me. Have you ever cheated in your life? Have you never cheated in your life? Have you never did anything wrong? Have you ever taken $1 out your mom's purse or your dad's wallet? Have you ever never? You never did anything like that? Are we all saints here? Not even Southampton are saints. You get it? But anyways, let's move on. Negativity there. Oleg Karpov. Who will win Euro 2021? Great question, man. Who would win Euro 2021? Look. The holders, France. No. The holders, Portugal. I'm thinking World Cup holders. The holders, Portugal, are going to be a force to be reckoned with. UEFA Nations League winners, Euro 16 winners. They didn't do too bad at the World Cup. But Cristiano Ronaldo, you can guarantee, is still going to be around. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So you're going to have to look out for Portugal. I'm going to give you 5 teams I think could actually win Euro 2021. England, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure. Definitely. So Southgate's England. Fernando Santos's Portugal, if he's still at the helm there. Definitely those 2 teams you got to watch for. Roberto Martinez's Belgium. Haven't done anything with that great squad. They could be a threat in all departments. They are very, very good. Germany, they're out for blood. Knocked out in the World Cup group phase. Didn't do well at Euro 16. Won World Cup 2014. Look, man. Germany, Joachim Löw, he's building something. He's building a project. They'll be a force to be reckoned with. And, of course, the 5th team. 5th team I'm going to throw in there. France, Mbappe, Pogba, Kanté. The World Cup 2018 winners. You know, the Giroud, if he's still around. Griezmann, Pavard, and co. New players might be, inducted as well. But those are the 5 teams I think. My opinions could change going forward. Teams like Croatia would always think they have a chance. Spain could have a chance. Italy as well. They always have a chance. And, there's some other underdogs around that could actually pose a threat. But that's my top 5. And that's a great question, by the way. That's a great question. I'm loving it. Great question. So the next one, a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions. And I love it, man. I love it. These Q&As are very, very intimidating, man. I don't know why I do it. I should actually pick out the best questions, but I don't do that. I actually just answer everything, which is crazy. So the next question I have here is Eunice TX. He asked, what do you think about the Hakimi move to Inter Milan, and who do you think is the second best right back in the world? Second best right back? Why not say the best right back? So who are you saying is the best right back? Is it Hakimi? That's what you're saying? So the reason why, what do I think about Hakimi's move to Inter Milan? Inter wanted him more. They were willing to funds up the money. And they got their man from Real Madrid, who did not see Hakimi as part of their plans going forward because of his quality. And why I say because of his quality, he is too good to have on the bench. Real Madrid wants to persist with Dani Carvajal, who is not old. He's not old. People think Carvajal is an old player. He's probably 26 years old, 27 the most, maybe 28. But he's been doing a great job. Real Madrid won La Liga. Hakimi has been on Dortmund. He has impressed, but did he win anything? He didn't win things. So him going back to Real Madrid and dislodging Carvajal was not going to happen. So Hakimi had to look for a new home, whether it's Borussia Dortmund or Inter. And in the end, inevitably, it became Inter. Inter put up the money that Dortmund couldn't put up, and they got their man. I think Dortmund should have tried to do whatever they can to get Hakimi, because he was part of the system already. They failed. I like the move. Inter, they're becoming a force to be reckoned with again in Italy. And with Hakimi in their ranks, maybe they could finally dislodge Juventus from the top again. So who is the second best right back in the world? Right about now, it's hard. It's hard to say. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, he plays as a right back. So right now, he is the best right back in the world. To be honest, he is the best. He is the best. On form and from what he did over the last 3 seasons, he has proven himself to be ahead of the rest and in front in the race as the best right back in the world. Kyle Walker is a good right back, but he doesn't provide the impetus going forward like Trent Alexander-Arnold does. Maybe you could argue that Kyle Walker is a better defensive right back. Maybe you could argue that Wan-Bissaka is better defensively than Trent Alexander-Arnold, but with his attacking prowess, mixed with what he can do on the dead ball, his passing range, and combined with what he could also do defensively, he has to be classed as the best. Definitely. Carvajal is rounded as well, well-rounded, but I think it goes to Trent Alexander-Arnold, to be honest, if you ask me. Dani Alves, he's old. He was up there as one of the best right backs. There's a few other good right backs going around. When Kimmich was at right back, he could have been up there as the best right back, but he plays in midfield now. So it has to be Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best. And for number 2, your question I'm answering, second, I think it's Dani Carvajal. Hakimi, he could be in the question too, but he's more right wing back, if you ask me. But you said second, not third and fourth. So it's going to be Carvajal. And the last question I have on the list, I didn't even realize I got to the end. Namdi and Chukwu, man. Thank you very much, Namdi. Dom, do you think Liverpool can break City's 100 points record? And who is the laughing stock of the decade? Carrier's mistake or Steven Gerrard's slip? Look, Liverpool did not break City's 100-point record. And who is the bigger laughing stock, Gerrard or Karius? To be honest, it's Karius, because after Gerrard's slip, Liverpool didn't win the league, yeah, but still, he recovered. His pride wasn't broken. He was still a good player. But did he retire after that season? I think he did. No. He went to play in the MLS. He did went to play in the MLS for LA Galaxy, I remember. So his pride wasn't broken. He was still a good player. And he's now a manager at Rangers. And he has a successful future ahead of him. But in terms of Loris Karius, ever since that dreadful era that happened, look, this was the night. This was the night. This right here. In Kiev. In Kiev. Someone brought that back from Ukraine for me. Ever since that dreadful night, the man never recovered. He never recovered. He went to Besiktas and he had some horror matches over there as well. He had to terminate his contract with Besiktas as well, terminate his loan. He's still a Liverpool player and they have to look for a new suitor. So it's Karius, man. His career went downhill since then.